We went to Wrestlemania.
Ooh, doo, dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bro, that hit.
Dude.
People worked their ass off for this moment.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big f***ing deal, dude. It's their Super Bowl.
Right.
It was really cool.
The amount of training and the athleticism involved is just pure insanity.
Oh, you have to to be that good at wrestling, you have to wrestle all day, every day.
Yeah.
There's no other way. They're that good at it, dude. They're stuntmen in real life with one take.
Right. You have one take to make this good.
And they nail it. But it's like, oh, this is all you do. All you do is practice this.
Right.
All day, over and over again. Why? And then in between working out. You're working out or practicing. That's all you're doing. To be that level, and how big those guys are and how cut those guys are, and all the steroids you have to take.
Yeah.
You take so many steroids.
We do. This is the Comedy Store. This comes out this Friday, right? This Wednesday, right?
This comes out Wednesday. Yeah, literally Wednesday.
All right, I'll go first. You ready? Yeah. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Ehsan. I got some dates. June 12th through 13th, I'll be at the Deaf Puppy Comedy Club in Manteca. August 29th or 30th, I will be at a comedy festival in Bend, Oregon, headlining there. And then Deric and I will be co-headlining September 4th, Ontario Improv, September 10th, Irvine Improv, and September 20th, Detroit House of Comedy. So get your tickets now, and you'll see us.
Hi, guys. For me, pretty simple. I'll be everywhere with Ehsan that he said. But also on my own, I'll be headlining the Velveeta Room. That is May 2nd and 3rd here in Austin, Texas. And June 27th, 28th, I'll be in Janesville, Wisconsin at the Comedy Cabin. And July 11th and 12th, I'll be in Memphis, Tennessee doing a couple Don't Tell shows there. So I don't know where they'll be. But if you look up Don't Tell Memphis, Tennessee, July 11th and 12th, get those tickets. I'll be headlining. And thank you guys so much. Watch my Don't Tell comedy special. It's out. Watch my appearance on JRE from last week. And enjoy the show. Dirty, dirty Dom. Dirty, dirty Dom.
My favorite one was the ho, 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 ho. Yeah.
There was something that they said beforehand, then they bark, right? I felt like they said something to him.
No.
There's nothing that was said for him?
No, I don't think so.
Dirty, dirty Dom was dope, though.
Yes, you want to give context to what we're talking about?
Dude, because if you don't know, you're a fucking loser.
To be fair, I didn't know.
I also didn't know.
Yeah.
But if you don't know, you are a loser now. Wrestlemania, dude.
We went to Wrestlemania.
Ooh, dude. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Bro, that shit hit.
Dude.
That theme song?
Yeah.
Ooh, brrr, dude. Dun, dun, dun. Bro, that shit is like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
That got me hyped, John Cena. Oh, my God.
He was genuinely great to watch. He was like, it was wild because you could see like some of the matches people didn't get out of their seats.
Yeah.
Even though they're like crazy flips and shit. John Cena with one look to the audience got people standing up. It was crazy.
You standing up. You're like, oh.
It was crazy.
Oh,
There's Tony,
look out.
There's something about John Cena looking at you that activates your inner autism. You can tell with like people just losing their minds.
Trains,
it was awesome.
Trains.
Yeah,
that's what I wanted more of. It's trains.
Yeah.
Me and Ehsan, I loved wrestling as a kid. I loved wrestling as a kid, and then I just kind of got out of it naturally. I remember I wasn't watching during the era of John Cena, but I knew he was the man. Like I knew he was like the kind of champion everyone. Like I'm assuming you even knew who John Cena is.
Yeah. I mean, I never watched wrestling ever, but you always know the famous. Like as a kid, you knew Stone Cold Steve Austin, you knew The Rock, I knew John Cena. You hear other names every once in a while: Randy Orton, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Undertaker. These are names that you hear people talking about for sure. But I'm like, I was never like, wrestling's my shit.
100%.
Yeah, but being at WrestleMania was phenomenal. This is my favorite part. My favorite part is like how into it everyone is. Like you have to be into it.
The moment you're there, you succumb to the story. And if you don't succumb, what are you there
you're
for?
Kind of an asshole. Also, bro, you're surrounded by like these kids who believe it's real.
Man, that's awesome.
So it's like, you don't want to be the guy that tells them Santa isn't real. You want to be like, yeah, that is real.
You know what? When you're there, it is real.
It is real. Right,
They're going through tables, nigga. Those are tables.
Yeah. The physicality is real.
It's real.
It's very real.
They are gigantic.
They're athletes.
They're athletes. But I'm talking about, bro, you know how when you go to every time you go to an NBA game, if you're close, you're always, no matter how many times you've seen them, you're like, damn, they're taller than than you think. Damn, they're taller than TV. Bro, wrestling, you forget that, like, oh yeah, these guys are monsters.
Yeah.
They're monsters. So to a child, it's you forget how big they are, because as a guy, you're like, those are big men. But man, as a kid, you're like, this is the biggest man Because as a kid, you're already looking at your dad like, bro, my dad is the biggest man ever.
Right.
He's the strongest, biggest guy I've ever met in my life.
Right.
And then you go to a wrestling match and you're like, what the fuck is Kane?
Yeah, you're watching superheroes basically. And the kids, like I remember my favorite part was everyone in the arena was basically rooting for Cena.
Yeah.
And there's one kid, like 8, so he doesn't really understand how big Cena is and was for how long. So he's a big Cody Rhodes fan. And so everyone's like, go Cena. And he's like, Cody, you got this. You got this, Cody. And I was like, damn, bro.
He's
like,
in.
He's in. And like now I have to root for Cena harder to make the experience more real. You know what I mean? Like, because I was like, I want Cena to win. I know Cena. I didn't really know who Cody Rhodes is. But I was like, this kid's into it. Let me get into it so it's a whole thing.
Yeah, that's the part of it.
Yeah.
You said it. You said it while we were, I forgot what we were doing or during the wrestling thing. Because we were with, shout out to the OG Hinchcliffe, because he's the one who hooked it all up. And also, he's apparently Mr. WWE. That shit was crazy being with him there was like, okay.
Yeah.
So like the Goodfellas scene, you know the Goodfellas scene where they go to the kitchen?
Yeah.
Imagine that for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
We went through the kitchen for all of WrestleMania.
That's a great point.
I mean that, bro.
Yeah.
It was insane how much access we had access to everything. Other than getting on the ring, we could have done anything else.
Yeah.
It was nuts. But shout out to him. But it was they were doing something. They were doing we were watching something with the interviews or whatever. And Ehsan leans over and he's like, everyone's acting. Like everyone's in on the bit. Like even the people doing the pregame show, like
the pregame show,
all this stuff. Like it's like, oh, everyone. I can see you seeing how big of like, oh, everyone's in on the bit.
Right.
No one's. If you're in this world, you're in on it.
Yes.
It's a play, and everyone's always acting. It's like a play that never ends.
Right.
Like even off camera, like no, you still got to be Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. The only time they're themselves is when they're like backstage.
It
was really cool. We saw 2 of the wrestlers sort of talking out how like sort of the plan,
how the match was gonna go. It was really cool.
Yeah, and sort of like what they needed to do and like.
And they were about to go on, so it was like, holy shit, this is like.
Yeah.
They're about to go on right now at WrestleMania. This is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's crazy. It was just a.
They had a good match too.
Yeah, they had a good match. We were sitting in front of a fucking streamer.
That was the worst. That was the worst part of it. Every other part of it was perfect.
Yeah, or whatever he was.
Also, I know you're like, oh, must have been a kid. No, this is like a 25-year-old grown man.
Yeah, this is a grown man, like, and you can tell his whole thing is to like let me be as annoying as possible.
He wanted a reaction from. He wanted people to get into it with him.
Yes,
because he's filming every second of it. So that's all he wanted. He was because he's streaming, but clearly, but there was a lot of people vlogging.
Yeah.
Like you could tell a lot of guys were like, oh, or I guess live streaming it too. I guess some people
probably. I don't think you can live stream in there.
I don't know if you can.
No, I don't think live streaming WrestleMania. They'd probably kick you out.
But lots of people were recording themselves and like doing the yo my god and like trying to say shit to get noticed.
Logan Paul.
Yeah,
he just kept screaming Logan Paul.
There were some. Now, as annoying as this guy was, he did drop some bangers.
He had a couple bangers,
like where the whole section was like, that's funny.
The one was one of them was
the Prime.
The guy behind him going like, dude, nobody cares about Prime. And he immediately turned around and went, Logan, we all love Prime. We're all talking about how we love Prime.
It was the way, in the quickness he said it.
The quickness was
everybody
so
was like, because this guy was, you could tell everyone hated him.
Yes.
Man, he's still, right there, he was like, damn.
He got a couple off.
But
here's the problem. He was doing this for 4 hours, right? 4 hours, I would say he got out of the section a laugh an hour. So he got 4 laughs.
Yeah.
But they're so spread, like it was literally like a laugh an hour. They're so spread out.
And you hate him every other second.
Yeah, they're so spread out. But like when he makes the compilation on YouTube, it's gonna look like he was killing.
Yeah, you're right.
He's gonna make it look like he was absolutely killing.
The most annoying human being you've ever met in your life.
And just being rude to strangers.
Yeah, just being a dick. Just
to get a reaction.
Trying to get like you could fit. So you know what's funny? No one gave it to him.
No one gave it to him.
No one gave it. But it was cool. We were sitting like nigga. Everyone around us was famous.
Yeah.
In our row was Rich the Kid and Hank from Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
No way. I was thinking about him.
Bro, it was fucking Hank, dude.
Yeah.
And then of course like a couple rows up was Izzy, of course. We saw Stylebender, my boy. And then we saw
Kittle.
George Kittle was right over to the left. Like literally like where Val is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Little Yachty and Metro Boomin.
Yes.
And it was
Sam
nuts.
J, Michael Shea.
Sam J and Michael Shea were there right in front, like literally like 2 rows in front of us.
Yeah.
We were row 6.
We were 6. Row 6.
Bro, that shit was fucking crazy. Val, I'll send you a video so you can like play some videos while we're saying, just so
you
people,
know how
people
close
can
we
see
were,
like how crazy it was, how close we were. It was awesome, man. It was the lore of wrestling is so cool. Oh my God, we met Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
My God,
that was pretty cool. That was pretty, and like beyond like, and not just like hey hello Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, okay, so we were in the Raiders locker room.
We're in the Raiders locker room.
That's where they were.
They're holding Tony because he's doing the pregame show.
Yeah, that's where they're holding Tony in the Raiders locker room. We're about to go out for that first match of day 2, which, by the way, this Asian lady, Io Sky, unreal.
Crazy.
Unreal.
First match too. They opened the show.
Yeah. She was like, I walked out of there as a fan of her and Braun Breaker. Yeah, I walked out. I was like, oh my God, these are insane athletes. What they do is so cool.
Because I was already a fan of Cena, so it's not like those two guys we didn't know. I never knew of her, and I didn't know of Dirty Dom either.
Yes.
And then watching him flip the crowd was just
they hated Dirty Dom, and then by the end of it, they're like,
dirty. But you're right. When he came out, everyone booed him.
Yeah.
And then he won. He also beat Braun Breaker. He won the belt.
Yeah. He won, turned the crowd. You can tell, and apparently he's Rey Mysterio's son. Right. And we found out later Rey Mysterio was there, and he was crying, and it was like because it was his first belt.
It was his son's first belt. Now, and then it just made it so like, damn, this is like people worked their ass off for this moment.
Yeah.
Like it's a big fucking deal, dude. It's their Super Bowl.
Right.
It was really cool.
The amount of training and the athleticism involved is just pure insanity.
Oh, you have to to be that good at wrestling, you have to wrestle all day, every day.
Yeah.
There's no other way. They're that good at it, dude. They're stuntmen in real life with one take.
Right. You have one take to make this good.
And they nail it. But it's like, oh, this is all you do. All you do is practice this.
Right.
All day, over and over again. And then in between working out. You're working out or practicing. That's all you're doing. To be that level, and how big those guys are and how cut those guys are, and all the steroids you have to take.
Yeah.
You take so many steroids.
Yeah, so anyways, we're about to head out to that first match with Io Sky.
Yeah.
And just in the locker room, Stone Cold Steve Austin just comes in, just walks in, sees Tony, recognizes Tony.
Oh, you motherfucker. And me and Sean are like, oh, Steve fucking Austin.
Yeah. Crazy. And then instead of we watched the first match with him. Basically.
Yeah, we watched half the. We watched
pretty much because when we walked out,
she won.
She's holding the
belt.
belt.
You're right. She was holding the belt. You're right. But we were watching the first match with him, and that was cool. It was cool just watching him watch wrestling. And
him break it down like, oh, bro, y'all. It's like it's the way artists break down stuff. It's crazy.
And this is the GOAT.
Yes.
That's Stone Cold Steve Austin, bro. When he came out, all he did was come out and read the attendance. Brother, he stole the show almost.
Yeah.
When that glass breaks, the reaction was, woo. Oh, that was the best part.
People jumped out of their seats.
I mean, Stone Cold's here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, he did the beers. Guy's still fucking 70 years old catching beers. That was the crazy part. Hanging with him, I was like, oh my God, he's just a sweet old grandpa.
Yeah. He'd be a really cool neighbor.
Yeah.
John's looking up. Chappelle's looking up Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Did you know who that was, Val?
Yeah, that's my question.
Val, do you know who that is?
I recognize the face, yeah.
But did you recognize the name when we said Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Yeah, I've heard the name, but in the same way I've heard like John Cena, The Rock.
Okay.
Yeah, but John Cena is a little bit. This makes more sense because I don't even know. When were you born again?
2000.
Yeah, so I mean, Stone Cold's
in the thick of it at that point.
Yeah, but he starts getting famous in the 90s. So this is before you were born. Because I remember Stone Cold when I was a kid.
Well, he was the guy.
Yeah.
It was him and The Rock. And there's no doubt about it.
Yes.
They were and then of course, like you said, you had Undertaker, you had Triple H, you had other people too. Right. But those were the two faces of wrestling. It was insane. That was literally what we saw. See him on the dirt bike. Go up one.
On the ATV?
ATV?
Yeah.
That's him coming out right there. Now, again, he is a even though I say he was like some sweet grandpa, this guy was a shredded old man.
Yeah. This guy can fuck you up.
Fuck you up all day, every day. Still, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But hanging with him, he's just, of course, because he's just hanging. He's being a super awesome guy.
He's a cool guy.
And he's super cool guy. Just such a dope guy. But it did feel like, oh man, he's just like a sweet older man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and loves comedy, by the way.
Yeah.
Like loves stand up. His favorite comic. Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
Didn't see that coming from Austin 316.
Yeah.
And like knows his jokes, and knew a lot about stand up. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was actually kind of crazy.
It was like he knows a lot, but you can tell, oh, this guy like loves stand up comedy.
Yeah. Wouldn't expect it to be a huge, if you had asked me maybe 2 weeks ago, Stone Cold Steve Austin, a huge George Carlin fan, I'd be like, I'd probably not.
Yeah, he knows it's George Carlin, dude.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor, he knew all the Richard Pryor stuff. But that was like him in the prime. Like he said when he was young, listening to everybody. But he watched Kill Tony. He knew Tony stuff and the Kill Tony stuff. So it was like, holy fuck, man. But everyone there, I mean, being with Tony there, it was like, holy shit. These worlds are connected.
Yeah.
The Kill Tony universe and the WWE universe are connected. That shit is crazy. And it was crazy too. Like Tony's a character in the world.
Yeah, he got booed.
He gets
on the
booed. He's like a heel.
He's like a heel. It's like damn. It's like damn, bro.
He loves it. That's what he loves it. He's literally fucking. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's cool to watch. Yeah, it's cool to watch. It's cool to watch. It's like damn, bro. He's like a character in this world. The roast was unbelievable.
Was unbelievable.
Yo, if there's any wrestling fans out there that's like, because I imagine they're gonna do it next year, and maybe not, but if they do,
it was a hit. It'd be crazy not to.
If you do. Because we went to the roast. It's not televised. It's only for the people there. Like I said, I know nothing about wrestling. I had a great time. And it was just all inside jokes. It was all like jokes about wrestling. And I still was like, whoa, this is so cool.
Yeah. Now, I do feel bad. So me and Ehsan are backstage. A couple people would run jokes by us. And I felt bad because me and Ehsan, they'd run their joke by us. And me and Ehsan are like,
yeah, because
they would and then it'd be like, damn, I guess it's not funny. And then we had to tell so many people, like, no, we don't know if it's not funny.
Yeah.
I don't know who Ric Flair's niece is or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. So many, she caught strays.
Yeah.
Whoever is related to Ric Flair,
yeah.
Charlotte Flair, that bitch was catching bullets that night, dude. And everyone was in it. We didn't, but like, so I remember David Lucas told us a Charlotte Flair joke.
Yeah.
That murdered when he did it. I mean, it murdered it, bro. Crowd goes crazy. He tells us to meet us out beforehand, and we're literally like, "Yeah, man, I guess." Yeah. I don't know what the fuck who Charlotte Flair is. Yeah, bro, this lady was catching bullets. At the roast.
Bullets, crazy. But we were literally just like, it was enjoyable for us.
Oh, it was great.
It was enjoyable for us. It was crazy.
Because you can still, I mean, they're jokes, so you can always get the context of somebody calling someone a fat whore.
Right.
In a very creative way.
Right.
You know what I mean? You get the context of it. But it was crazy to like, so many things that like everyone else are dying laughing at me and Ehsan have no idea what anyone was talking about. But it was still a good time.
Yeah, still a good time.
Like, well, everyone else is having a good time.
Yeah, so it's like, if I assume it's going to happen again next year, based on no knowledge, but the vibe in the room and how fun it was.
Yeah.
And if it does, if you're a wrestling fan, you got to go. You got to go.
Yeah, dude.
It's part of the thing.
Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman was incredible, dude.
Oh, my God.
I had no idea who Paul Heyman was 48 hours ago, and now I'm like, you might be one of my favorite people that's ever existed.
Yeah, this guy is the man.
This guy's the man, bro.
Oh,
this
my
guy's
God.
the man. Just like.
Stole night one of WrestleMania, because we watched the main event.
Yeah.
And he stole the show in night one of WrestleMania. And then we got to see him go up during the roast, and he went up as Paul. He went up and walked off as the character.
Yeah.
Even his walk off, remember he walked up, crowd is going crazy. Oh, it was so cool.
Yeah, this guy is a real deal entertainer.
Yes.
Like it's so cool. I guess it's cool. And then like one of the wrestlers was like, I forgot his name. I feel like such an asshole forgetting his name.
Which one?
The one that we helped out. Like, really?
Oh, like Sami Zayn or whatever, bro.
Yeah,
Sean
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
Or something like that. Can you look up, like...
Look up Zayn wrestler.
Yeah.
He was awesome. Sami Zayn, that's it. Yeah, Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
This guy's the man, dude.
That guy rules, bro.
This guy's the fucking man, dude. He had a great set at the roast.
Yeah, he had a great set.
But he did like a bit. He did like everyone else. You did, your normal roast. Actually, no. One of the other wrestlers went up and just did jokes.
Just did street jokes.
Just did street jokes, and you thought he was Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
But he was killing it. The way his delivery was, he was literally killing it, dude. Crowd was loving it.
Yeah.
And it was a little different. It kind of broke up all the roasting.
It did.
These two guys, his and what was the other guy's name? It was like Mr.
It was an older black dude.
Older black dude with dreads.
RT something.
RT Real. Something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you're gonna look up old black dude with dreads out. Like, what are you gonna see?
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. It was definitely not RT Real.
No, it was something though. God, I can't remember.
Yeah, it was like there is some wrestling fan just screaming at it.
Yeah.
Just autistic reaching. Just artistic reading. You're just like, it's obviously this guy. Yeah, it's an older black dude.
He was great.
He was great. But this guy was like, oh bro, like he could like do comedy.
Oh yeah.
He could like do comedy.
He also looked like Seth Rogen when we were talking to him. It was crazy how much he looked like Seth Rogen.
And then afterwards, we were backstage talking about it because I was like, giving like, bro, because his jokes were great, his character was great, like the bit was incredibly funny.
Yeah.
And he was afterwards, he was talking to me like, oh, this is what I would have done differently. This is what I could have done to sell it better. And I'm like, oh, bro, you're like an artist. Like,
yeah, bro, look at this guy. This guy's a badass, dude.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it must be like.
And he's beloved.
Yeah, clearly. Because it's like anyone who puts because the level of effort he put into his jokes for this roast that nobody was watching. Like not nobody was watching because the theater was packed. But it
wasn't going out.
It wasn't going out.
It was a roast for the room, which made it better. It made it so intimate. And if you were there if you were there. Other than that, you missed it.
You were there. You got to see you got to see the wrestlers step out of character a little bit too,
which was cool,
and be themselves, which was really cool. Yeah, that was a whole separate thing, and that was like
still be the character a little bit. Yeah. Now Paul Heyman did not break character.
No, Paul Heyman did not break character.
He did not break. He was Paul Heyman the whole time. That shit was crazy.
Yeah. But like, it was because then the jokes also like there were jokes about the guy's character on stage, but it was also clear like, oh, these are personal jokes too. You know these people, you work with these people. It was almost like a release valve, it felt like, for some of them.
Oh, bro, and the way the wrestlers were laughing at hearing the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like the way the Miz would laugh, or the way the big guy, what was his name?
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman would laugh. You could see, because like you said, it was like, oh my God, these are hitting different for them, because they're like, I can't believe you said that about the Triple H is their boss.
Yeah.
So, like, jokes are flying.
Yeah.
Jokes were flying, dude.
Yeah, he had a great joke about Triple H.
Yeah, oh my God, got the crowd to chanting and shit.
Yeah, book these nuts.
Book these nuts. It was the whole crowd.
Yeah.
These nuts to Triple H. It was crazy, dude.
Yeah.
But Triple H came out and he roasted people at the end. It was awesome.
Triple H was great too.
He murdered at the end.
Yeah, I think like being around them, because I said it about him, but really about being around Stone Cold and just being in the. It was cool to be like, oh, this is a different, like, to really see the artists behind what's going on.
There's a beautiful art going on.
I would describe these dudes as artists. They're like physical artists.
Well, what else would it be? Yeah, that's art. Wrestling's art. No, bro.
Wrestling's art.
It's a storyline.
It's a storyline.
That they plan out through the year. Bro, that was the culmination. What we saw was the ending of a year's worth of matches and stories.
Right.
It's truly the Super Bowl of like, wow, bro, this all had to come together.
Right.
And then literally the next night, well, I guess the last night was Raw,
right,
which they do. And then we found out that apparently is the most important show, even more than WrestleMania, because it starts the next storylines building up to the next WrestleMania.
Right.
And they've been doing this for the WrestleMania part for 41 years, wrestling for longer.
Right.
It's a beautiful art form. It's written out.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, it's fake, it's hard. It's like, you try writing a script that people care about for a year.
Also, you try just doing and then doing the physicality required to make that script come to life. Bro, we were watching Logan Paul pull off some of the most incredible acrobatic feats I've ever seen live.
A somersault across the ring.
Across the ring.
From the ropes. From the ropes.
Yeah.
Not from the corner. From the middle of the ropes. Bounced on that motherfucker. Somersault all the way across the ring, landed on a guy.
Right.
Yeah, this is the thing about like whether you're like into wrestling or not. You're like, oh, it's fake, or all the people who have their reasons. When you're at an event, when you're in a room full of people, I don't give a fuck, any room full of people,
right,
and a motherfucker picks somebody up and suplex them through a table, you are going to react.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck whether you're interested or not. It's gonna come out of your body. Oh, that person went through a table.
Yeah, it's crazy. There was one, the Io Sky, where she was on the ropes. She flipped up, landed, put both her legs on her opponents, pushed them down, did another flip, landed on her feet.
Crazy.
Insane, bro. What these people do and how much their body must just hurt the next day.
No, they do this all day, every day.
Yeah, but still don't mean it don't hurt. When it's game time, that shit hurt.
Yeah. At the end of the night, it hurt. You're probably.
Yeah, it's. But
I mean, you do it every day. Your body is like.
But that's why, like, like a lot of older wrestlers, it's like you can see it, like, oh, okay, it's a sport.
It took its toll. It takes.
Anytime you do like at that level, it's like that level of athleticism, it takes a toll on your body.
100%.
Yeah.
Also, that sport is, I mean, you're falling it through tables.
You're falling through tables.
You're not supposed to do that.
You're like getting hit by chairs.
Steel trash cans. They keep putting steel trash cans everywhere.
Yeah, in the first match, it was McIntyre and the Dead Priest.
Damian Priest.
Yeah, they took the metal part and put it in the middle of the ring, the part they step up on.
Yeah.
And one of them got slammed, and you could see them immediately start bleeding, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, okay.
It's awesome.
It's y'all are just y'all are putting your bodies on the line for entertainment. That's
Yeah.
pretty fucking cool. That's pretty fucking cool.
Pat McAfee's the man.
Pat McAfee.
He has a
does
walkout song, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, he's like in this universe for real, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy. The next morning, he had to do ESPN. Because he was at the roast turning up, having a good time with everybody. And then he had to, like, literally the next morning, he was on ESPN talking about WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, this guy's a tank, dude.
Dude, you gotta.
He's the man.
You gotta. Well, if you want to do everything that he does, you gotta be like, well, I guess I'm not sleeping a lot.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
There's no way that guy sleeps. And but he was. I mean, he's so good at his job, though. He was so good at commentating and you know all that stuff. He was great at the roast. He did a quick set, but he still killed.
Oh yeah,
Very nonchalantly killed.
There was no bombs at the roast.
Yeah, it should have been a bomb or two, but there wasn't.
There wasn't a bomb at the roast. I think everyone was just like, "This is awesome."
Yeah, and the wrestling jokes were they're all inside jokes. So
They're all inside
jokes.
jokes.
Like they're just, you know. And Tony was hosting, so the flow was it never stopped. The roast jokes never stopped.
And shout out to our boy Matt Edgar.
Matt Edgar opened it, cold opened it.
Cold opened. Dude, he was doing audience warm up for a wrestling gig, which is like we don't know how it's gonna go. This is the first ever one. It's a hard spot.
And also, you have to understand if you don't know Matt Edgar, this is like a dream come true for him. He loves wrestling,
Right.
actively.
Yes.
He's never stopped being like if you know Matt Edgar, you know like no, this guy he loves wrestling.
Yes.
You talk to Matt Edgar, this nigga love wrestling. So opening that show in front of all these wrestlers, these are the people like his heroes.
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was killing.
And us
incredible.
being like, because that's one of the most nervous I've ever been for a person before. So I just been like, bro, this is.
I understand the context of how much this means.
Yeah, this means a lot. Also, it's so hard. You said this is the first ever one. Because if this goes poorly, this never happens again.
Exactly. And you're opening this.
And you're the one who sets the tone.
Yeah.
And it's like it was like a shout out to our boy. That was
he did a great job.
That was fun. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, we were living through him. It felt like proud dads out there watching him.
Yeah.
You know, it was awesome to just watch other people laugh at shit. And you're like, I guess it's clearly funny. I don't know what's going on, but whatever they said was a funny thing, I guess.
It's really just for like the power of mindset of just like, if everyone else is around me is having a good time, why not? Why should I just have a good time?
Yeah. I don't need to get all the jokes.
Yeah, I didn't get all the jokes. Our friend from the mothership, Mark, the bartender, was sitting next to us, and I would just ask him, like, whenever there was a huge pop, I'd be like, you have to explain that one to me.
I need to know why that.
I need to know why that got that big of a pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one guy, the Braun Strowman guy was great. He just fucking came out and literally just ripped. He did nothing written down, and he murdered.
I don't know. This made me laugh, and I like I said, I know nothing about it, but it was just he said, "Miz, you've been out kicking your coverage for 20 years."
Yeah, and the crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
It's like I guess he's been. Everyone else knew that.
Everyone else feels this way. Yeah, it's so funny.
All right, dude.
Yeah.
All right, Miz, you've been out kicking your coverage, brother.
And then Tony murdered.
Oh yeah, he was born to roast wrestlers.
Yeah.
But his whole life has been waiting for that moment. It was insane. It was insane to see how locked in he was. But man, that was just what a fucking weekend. And then that was following the Reno shows.
Oh yeah, the Reno. The Reno, that might have been the best show I've ever done in my entire life.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy. That was like the most. That was possibly one of the wildest crowds I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And out of all the things I've seen, that was one of the top tier crowds I've ever done. So it was like that was crazy. That was truly like, what the fuck?
Yeah, this is how good they were. When I'm cold opening, I got called out. People already on their feet.
On their feet, and I was like, oh, we got one.
Yeah, we got one. And I was like, oh, and it's like, because I'm kind of in the Kill Tony world. Nah, I could have been anybody. They would have been like, ah!
Yeah, the release of just the show starting, it was, oh my God.
Yeah.
But it was sold out. I mean, 3,000 seater. It was huge. There's a gigantic plane backstage. It was great.
There was a gigantic plane backstage.
Grand Sierra Resorts.
Grand Sierra Resort. In Reno.
In Reno, Nevada. Met the owner, French guy, really cool. Right? Wasn't he the owner?
Yeah, I don't think he's the owner.
He was some big timer.
Yeah, he's some big timer, some high up there in the corporate chain.
I liked him. French, great time.
Yeah.
The riffs were great.
Yeah.
Guys, if you do know.
The riffs were hot. The water was cold.
Riffs were hot. Water was cold. Other than, my water wasn't cold.
Yeah.
That was the best. So I wake up to a bunch of texts from the group saying how, man, there's no hot water. What the fuck? I didn't see these texts though. So I wake up. I get in the shower, don't even know that the water's not hot. I just come in the shower like any normal person. The water's hot. I get in, take a shower. I get out. 30 messages on my phone about how the water's not working in anyone's room.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And we're talking about, bro, Tony's getting tweets from people like, I came to your show and there's no hot water. Like, it's like a real thing.
I can't get people are like, I traveled 100 miles just for not to be fucking hot water. Tony and and then not realize that he also doesn't have hot water. Everyone was like, what the fuck? Yo, that shit was crazy.
Remember, at the end, we're getting dinner. It's like at midnight, we're getting dinner. And we got hot towels, and Deric goes, "Where the fuck you get this hot water from?" Telling me you had it the whole time.
Yeah, and then Hitchcock was, hey, can you bring like 40 of those to my room, please? Oh, yeah, the riffs were hot, dude.
The riffs were hot, water was cold.
If you ever meet Matt Egger, please let him know he spills everything.
Yeah.
That's a huge deal. Yeah. That guy spills. Man, that was so much fun.
Crazy.
It was really fun to experience that with you. I can't believe we got to do that together.
Yeah, that's wild.
The amount of things we get to do together is crazy.
Yes, yeah, doesn't make any sense.
Raise a child together?
We're not doing that together.
Right. What you gonna do?
I'm there, but I'm part of the team, I guess. But you're the one raising the child, you and Sam.
You're not gonna help raise my child.
I mean, I'm definitely helping you raise your child. Obviously.
Come on, dude. I can't be there for everything.
Yeah.
I can't. It's a village. It truly is a village.
It is a village.
She has to go out with other people and be like, oh, Ehsan sees the world a little differently than my dad does.
That's a
and
good
not
point.
saying it like actively. It's just like, oh, when I talk to him, it's different than when I talk to my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, she.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
She. Don't fight her.
Sometimes
I know she's gonna want to fight.
Sometimes it's the fight.
Yeah. Please don't fight her.
Sometimes it's the fight.
Oh,
good.
But
yeah, go ahead.
oh, good.
I was gonna say, did you see the news today about the Academy Awards?
No.
Oh, the news now is, and this is crazy, came out today. You have to actually watch the movies before you vote on them.
What is that? Wait, what?
Apparently, they weren't watching the movies before they voted on them.
Well, yeah, some of the movies are terrible.
Academy Awards sent to you Oscars. You have to watch the nominated films before you can vote on them. It's literally the first one there for variety.
This one?
No,
Right.
literally the ones that says what I'm saying.
How? Val. Oh my God, I love Val so much, dude.
But yeah, you have to watch all the films if you want. So people were just like voting without watching,
Well, yeah,
which is so funny.
yeah. Who's black? Who's gay?
Yeah.
Give them an Oscar.
It does explain Nomadland.
Yes.
It does absolutely.
People just saw.
Nomadland.
People just saw the. What's her name? Frances McDormand, and were like, "Give it." to
Frances McDormand. Oh, it's an Asian director, woman director. Just give it all the awards because I, for the life of me, could not understand how that was. Best Picture, crazy.
Go to Nomadland Best Picture year. I want to see what it beat. I want to see what it beat.
Yeah. Because Best Picture to be even nominated was wild.
What are we looking at?
Oscar.
Nomadland, Oscars. Let's see.
2021. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what it was nominated against. Okay.
Go to Best Picture.
Go to Best Picture 2021. Click that. Okay. Academy Award for Best Picture. Do they have a? You just.
The Wikipedia, maybe?
No. Let's see.
Coda. Yeah, that's who won it.
Oh, did Coda win it? Oh yeah. Keep going back. Oh, Coda did win it. I thought Nomadland won.
No, I think they did. Nomadland did win.
Keep going back. You see the
Or
arrow?
did she just win for Nomadland?
This one?
No, other way.
Yeah, but it didn't.
Oh, it stops. Okay.
Yeah.
So look up 2021
There
Oscars.
it is. There it is.
Best-
There it is.
okay.
Right there.
There it is. In memoriam. Let's see.
Memorable
Moments. Keep going.
Winners and now here we go. Actor in the leading role. Anthony Hopkins. Actress in sport.
What was the?
Directing.
Best Picture. Keep going.
Nomadland wants to see one director. Best Picture. There.
we
Okay.
go. Okay. He's just
Nomadland. It beat The Father. Never seen it.
No.
Judas and the Black Messiah. I keep meaning to watch it. I heard it's great. Still haven't seen it. Mank.
Never
Even heard of it. Minari. Never heard of it. Promising Young Woman. Never heard of it. Sound of Metal. Never heard of it. Trial of Chicago 7. Actually, yeah, it was the best picture that year. Actually, you know what? We've been talking shit for a while. And none of those movies you even saw. So yeah, it is the best picture.
Yeah, but I only saw it because it was Best Picture.
So you saw, hey, you haven't seen another movie. You haven't even heard of the movie.
I mean, I've heard of Judas and Black Messiah.
Nigga, you ain't never heard of Mank.
I've heard of.
You ain't never heard of Mank,
I've heard
bro.
of Minari. Minari's that Steve Yeun movie.
Tell me you saw Mank.
I know, of course, I haven't seen Mank.
You ain't seen none of them, but Nomadland.
No.
You ain't
Either
seen
way.
one of them.
Either way, well, they should have given out the Oscar for any picture that year. You're telling me there was no other film better than Nomadland, bro? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Val, look up one more thing. Go look up movies 2021. I want to see movies that came out.
Yeah.
2021 movies. List of American films of 2021. Wikipedia.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Spider-Man
No
No
Way
Way Home was better than that.
Shang-Chi's better than that, for
Yeah.
sure. It's not, Nomadland was better than Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
It's the same movie.
Yep. Yeah. I'll give them, it's equally, they're equally
It's
as
equally
bad.
there.
Black Widow, same.
Yeah.
Fast 9, same. Eternals, same. Sing 2, same. No Time to Die. James Bond was okay.
so
A
look
Quiet Place 2. That was better than...
wait. So look up 2020 because Eternals was the Chloe Zhao girl. It's her next movie. So Academy Awards 2021 are for the movies in 2020.
Okay,
so we
look up
gotta
2020.
we gotta look up American films 2020. Yeah, okay.
All right, I didn't see Bad Boys for Life.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog, I heard great things.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm going to say Sonic the Hedgehog is probably better than Nomadland.
Nomadland. Oh my god, I had way more fun watching Sonic the Hedgehog.
Birds of Prey is terrible.
Yeah.
Doolittle, terrible. The Invisible Man, no. Call of the Wild. Onward was great.
Onward was great.
Tenet, no. Tenet was Christopher Nolan's one not that good movie.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like Oppenheimer.
I didn't
but
watch Tenet.
You never even seen it?
I've never seen it.
And it's Nolan. You never seen it.
And I love Nolan,
But
but
Wonder Woman 1984 is a way worse movie than Nomadland.
okay, I'll give you that. I'll definitely give you that. I have a.
This is a terrible year for movies. Oh, The Gentleman was actually pretty good. That was better.
Gentleman was good.
Gentleman was better than Nomadland for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Damn, this was a bad year for movies.
Yeah, because these movies suck.
As we're talking, it's like, damn, bro.
If the best movie is Sonic the Hedgehog, you got a problem, dog.
Yeah.
Look at these. These are terrible.
Damn. Onward was the last movie I watched before the pandemic.
Yep, that's why. No, that movie it would have been a huge movie. It just got the pandemic fucked it.
Pandemic fucked it.
Because that was a good movie.
Yeah. Because I remember at the time, like the movie theaters was like empty.
Yeah, it came out right during COVID.
Like the week of the pandemic, and then, damn, bro. Yeah, and then nothing could come out in theaters, so it had to come out online.
No, this was a bad. You can stop.
Yeah,
no, this was clearly just a bad year for movies.
Yeah, damn, dude.
I don't know when movies have had a good year, like the whole year. I think that's never mind. Trolls World Tour. Never mind.
All right.
This was the year of movies.
Yeah.
This was the summer that no one forgot, dude. You go click on Trolls World Tour. I just want to see how much money it fucking made. I just want to see how much money this movie fucking raked in.
Trolls World Tour.
Oh, it bombed.
It bombed. I think it was the first Trolls that bombed.
Yeah, because usually I thought the Trolls movies made bread. Dude.
Well, they have like 4 of them, right? There's no way they don't make 4 of them. But
that's a bad bomb.
But again, this is, it's COVID. There's no theater release.
Well, this came out in 2020.
Yeah, everyone's at home. This came out April 10th, 2020.
Oh, it got fucked too.
Yeah,
it got fucked. Okay, actually, I didn't realize the timing. Yeah, this movie just got fucked.
Yeah, so there's not like an actual, like, how do you know how Trolls World Tour did? It's one of the biggest what ifs of the pandemic.
Right, go to the third film.
How much Trolls
Hold
World
on,
Tour.
so Trolls band together.
Okay, that was,
it's right there. It's right there. Go to the left.
Yeah, because that was 2023. Yeah, that made 209 million.
Yeah, this was destroyed. Okay, yeah, we're back. We're back now.
Damn, bro. That's what no one talks about the pandemic, how Trolls World Tour got fucked. No one talks about that.
Yeah, people bring up all this other shit,
Yeah.
like, the politics and all these things that have changed people. No one talks about how Trolls World Tour got absolutely fucking shafted.
Shafted.
And look at Trolls 3. We're back.
We're back.
Immediately we back. We making money.
Yeah.
Put out another one. They're clearly going to put out another one. These are like put out another one numbers.
Yes. Damn, bro.
That's a dude from Hamilton, Daveed Diggs. That's Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
And Andrew Reynolds, that's Book of Mormon.
Yeah, click his name. That's Thomas Jefferson.
That's
what Thomas Jefferson looks like. If anybody wanted. You look him up, the first thing that came up. He's Marquis de Lafayette and Thomas Jefferson. That's how big of a deal that shit is.
That's crazy.
Lafayette was that nigga, bro.
Yeah, I know. Again, you tell me these things like I don't know, like I didn't learn them in 8th grade.
You knew Lafayette. You knew Lafayette was that dude.
Yeah,
in 8th grade.
Yeah, that's what they teach you. That you like, bro. They don't start turning it around until Lafayette shows up. And Lafayette was such that dude, he named his son George Washington. His son is named after George Washington. And I believe he died in America. I think he came back to America and died. I could be wrong. I know he visited America again. I don't know if he
Who?
moved back there. Lafayette.
He came back to America?
Yeah.
Wasn't he been a little mad at us that we didn't come help in that war, even though we promised we would? Remember, we didn't come help them during their...
Yeah, but he had like a whole... He has a whole thing with America. He fought. He made it a country.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew Lafayette
He's
was...
brothers with Hamilton. They're like boys.
Yeah. Dude, again, this is like... Yes, a lot of people knew this.
I don't think anyone knew this.
A lot of people knew this.
Then why would they make the music of Hamilton?
I mean, that's like because it's a story that's probably should be told. And I will say this: maybe you don't know the nitty gritty of like the everyday interactions. Like I know there's this whole scandal with Alexander Hamilton and how his wife and all the cheating and the infidelity, but I don't know like the story and how they interacted. So I would learn from that. But but all this base stuff you're telling me, yes, I knew. Yeah, and a lot of, remember when we had Frances Foster on and you didn't know anything about the Church of England and you asked Val and she's like, yeah. That's how it feels like when I hear you talk about Hamilton, about the stuff you learned. It's like, yeah. The musical is cool. I understand.
Val can speak another language.
Yeah, I know. Can you name any of the countries she's from?
She's not from multiple countries.
Any of the countries.
Yeah.
In her past. Any name two. Name one.
But I don't know if we've met. I don't know how well we know each other. How well do I know? Val, do you know where I'm from?
Tennessee, Memphis.
Yeah, that's a good call.
That's exactly where I'm from.
Yeah.
You know the
Met your
first person I ever made
parents.
love to? Her name was Ariel. Ariel. Yep.
Congrats, a black mermaid.
She was. She actually was a black mermaid. She took my virginity on top of a parking lot overlooking Memphis.
Ah.
And she was the
The black
I was
mermaid's
like, what?
domain.
Yeah. She was very hot. I remember that. I outkicked my coverage for sure.
Nice, you were the man.
I think she was into taking my virginity.
Yeah, there are girls like that.
Like
for
she
sure.
was into because she was clearly a whore. I didn't know that at the time, but looking back, I was like, oh yeah, because all the guys were like, oh yeah, I smashed her already and all this, But I didn't realize that till later. The other niggas would tell me this. I was like, oh, she fucked everybody that I knew, but I didn't know that at the time. And man, she really wanted to take my virginity, and that was pretty cool to me.
Yeah. What a. I think we call those heroes.
We call those women
Heroes.
Titans.
Yeah.
Titans of the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was great. That was a good time. Losing my virginity. Yep. Condom, then no condom. Classic.
Classic. Yeah.
Condom on, and then she was like, take that sucker off, dude.
That's so fun.
Feel the real thing. And boy, was it better.
Yeah.
And
it's
then I've never worn a condom since that moment.
oh, nice. Really?
Ever again.
Oh, wow.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind
That
of
was the last time I ever wore a condom, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of
I was
crazy.
18.
That's wild.
Or 17. 17 or 18, first time I had sex. How old were you first time you had sex?
18.
With a lady?
Yeah. I've talked about this on stage. And I've talked about it on multiple podcasts. I feel like, that's fun.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought you were a little older.
No. 18.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Like 17, I think.
Whore. Sorry, it came out of my body.
That's so funny.
So funny, I couldn't help it. Was it to Sweet Sweet Thomas?
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, I won't make you talk about it. I'll talk to Thomas about it later. Thomas, I will talk to you about this. We will have a serious discussion about Val's affairs.
Yeah, but yeah. So now we have to watch the movies to vote for him.
Oh my God, that's how we got this.
Yeah.
We have to watch movies to vote for him now. I mean, yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess you should. I guess you should have to watch it.
I mean, it's like, but also it's like, do we care about the Oscars anymore?
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, winning an Oscar is a big deal still. If you want an Oscar,
no.
if I gave you an Oscar right now, you'd be very happy.
Winning an Oscar for sure is a big deal. But I'm saying like, the general public seems kind of out on the Oscars.
I think it's like a reverse psychology of like, oh, we've been waiting for our ratings to be the lowest to now be like, actually, we're going to watch the movies to vote for them. So now you're like, oh, so you're telling me it's going to be the first accurate one?
No, because even then we're like, we watched all of them and we chose the black gay one.
Okay.
Yeah,
They have a chance to not be that way.
It's not because the reality is the Oscars is so political that it's just a political machine, and
You know what though? Moonlight was better than La La Land.
it wasn't better than Lion.
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 Moonlight. To me,
I can't. You're right.
I put
It wasn't
Moonlight
better
and
than
La La
Lion.
Land kind of at the same level to me.
No, I thought Moonlight was way better than La La Land. I thought La La Land was bad.
I didn't mind. I watched La La Land recently. It's like, I didn't mind
Really?
It. Yeah, I didn't mind it.
I've never given it a rewatch, but I did not like it in the
Well, it was my
theater.
first time watching it. It's not like I rewatched it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did not like it in the theater, but I've watched Moonlight twice.
Mm.
Really love the gay stuff.
Yeah, I watched Moonlight once. I was like, that's a good movie. But it wasn't better than Lion. Lion was the best movie that year.
All right, what made your dick harder, Lion or Moonlight?
I mean, hey.
Exactly. Exactly. When you watch those fucking men jerk each other off and hold each other at the end, woo, good art. No, Lion was better than Moonlight though. I'll give you that. Lion was good as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the better movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was also wild. It's a true story and all that.
Yeah, bro. When you read about the true story, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
But yeah, it was definitely. But also that whole moment where they read the wrong movie.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Great moment.
Amazing.
It was you know what happened?
What happened?
They gave him the card that was for Emma Stone winning for La La Land. That's why when he opens it, he's confused because
Emma Stone won for La La Land?
I believe so. Yes.
Really?
You can look that up.
I don't think
But
so.
they gave him something that had La La Land on it. Something else that I want to say was Emma Stone's. Maybe not win. Maybe it was just a card that had her name on it.
Yeah.
But that's what confused him.
right.
That it said La La Land on it, and he wasn't sure.
It won Best Director. Yeah, it didn't win.
Yeah. So he got that card,
Mm-hmm.
and no, Emma Stone won Best Actress. Won. See right there.
Oh wow, she did.
Yeah, so
Oh.
it was Emma Stone. Yeah.
Okay,
so
okay.
He got that. That's why he was confused because it
Yes.
said Emma Stone, but it also said La La Land. So he was just like, oh, I guess it's La La Land.
Right.
That's why he says it like that. Because everyone's like, oh, he was an idiot old guy. And it's like, no, they gave him the wrong card.
The wrong card.
How do you make that mistake?
How do you make that mistake? Yeah. Especially when you're like making this big political statement of
Also, no, but
Moonlight
like
winning.
the person whose job that was your job.
That's your job. Yeah.
Hand out the right
card.
cards. That is, it's not like it's just a guy doing that who's also running craft services, who's also, it's like, no.
Right.
The card person
Right.
is just the card person.
Right. Has he made? Can you go back to the director? Has he made any other famous movies? Damien Chazelle.
Babylon.
Oh, I never seen that. That's the one
First
that had Taylor
Man,
Swift
too.
on it.
Ooh, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Oh, he was a writer on it. Okay.
Okay, technical. That was a great
Oh, he
movie.
made Whiplash, nigga.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's one of the best movies ever.
Yeah. That's wild.
I never saw First Man, though.
What's First Man?
Neil Armstrong, about with what's his name, Ryan Reynolds. No, not Ryan Reynolds. The other Ryan
Gosling?
Garcia. Yes.
Who's
Who's Ryan Garcia? Baseball player, right?
I mean, it sounds
For sure.
it
If you look
sounds-
at Ryan Garcia, for sure.
Google Ryan Garcia. Let's see the first thing that pops up.
It's got to be a baseball player.
American professional boxer.
Ah, I was close.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's the guy, right?
Yeah, he's a guy.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a guy.
Okay. Yeah, but that's who Ryan Garcia is. But yeah, now they have to watch the movies and hopefully, I mean, whatever. Conan did a great job.
Yeah, well, Conan's just the best.
Yeah, it should kind of just host it for.
Yeah. That's my favorite bit he does. Out of everything Conan does, my favorite thing he does is when he goes on stage and he does this little dance where he has like strings and he's like connect. And
Oh yeah,
he
the
does
street
that,
dance. Yeah.
and then he takes out a pair of scissors and goes. And every time, I'm like, this nigga is so funny.
Yeah.
That is crazy how just that, and you can do it, and it never gets old.
Well, it's pretty dope that every time like I hear your name in something, I can be like, well, this is gonna be funny.
Yes, you're gonna be bare minimum. You're gonna be funny.
Bare minimum, you're gonna be funny, and that's all I need from you. So you know, that's all. And Conan delivers every single time.
Yeah, he does, man.
Yeah. So it's like, and he did a great job hosting these last. His monologue was incredible,
Yeah, it was.
and so it's like he should just do it from here on out.
Yeah, because when he said that, well, we're halfway through the show. Now it's time for Kendrick Lamar to come out and call Drake a pedophile. That's one of the better jokes I've ever heard in my life, dude.
Yeah.
The way, because it's like, damn, that is what happened. Because it's just, you go, oh, yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Whoa. And that Super Bowl was bad.
Yeah.
God damn, that Super Bowl sucked.
But yeah, it should be like, because I think Nikki Glazer's is like the foreseeable Golden Globes host, right?
Yeah, she killed it.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're gonna have her host the Oscars probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Clearly at some point she's gonna host the Oscars.
Yeah. Wild, dude. Wild how crazy. Like, damn, dude, we should just park her car.
Yeah, Nikki Glazer's a fucking best, dude. She's a killer. But she's always been an absolute killer, though. When you watch her, even before she has blown up from the most recent Tom Brady roast. Mm-hmm. She's just incredible. She's a good comic, you know?
Yeah. It's just like, wow, dude.
Used to park her car.
Also,
she's cool because it's like, man, the first thing I ever watched about comedy, this comedy documentary, she's in it and she's just at like, I want to say they're at the La Jolla Comedy Store condo.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like featuring. She's not even headlining. And she's in this doc. And it's like, damn, she's been in the games. And at that point, she had been in the game a while.
Wow. That's the thing, too. It's like, it takes so long to hit. Like, she was a veteran in the game when I met her in 2015.
And killing it, headlining everywhere, doing great things, doing big things.
Yeah, blew up general public-wise.
Recently.
We'll say recently.
Tom Brady roast,
which was, 2024?
Yeah, last year. So, like, I had known her for 10 years before she, like, blew up to that level. Yeah.
And then, but I had met her, she'd already been doing it for a long time. So it's like, bro, this just takes, like, your favorite artists that just come out of nowhere, truly, most of them don't.
Yeah.
Very rare that you'll get, like, a Cam Patterson, where it's just like, oh, man, you just, like, truly.
He's one of one.
Yeah.
He's
blew up out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's a one of one.
Yeah. But this. Yeah, she's been doing it for so long. She was one of the first paid regulars to ever, like, give me a compliment. I remember that. Because normally they don't watch. She actually watched one of my sets, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, she was cool. She fucked with our sketches back in the day, too. So right. She's always been really nice. And yeah, it is crazy just, like, how long it takes. I told you this, but, like, it was cool when before that my Don't Tell. Also, thank you everyone who watched my Don't Tell and has been sharing it. All the Solid Show family, I really appreciate that. Mm-hmm. You guys ran the numbers up. I'm very happy with that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. But Mark Gagnon told me that, hey man, like, how many times, like, you got to release stuff, because he goes, how many times have you met, like, fallen in love with an artist and it's album 4? It's, you know what I'm saying? They're huge.
Right.
And they're incredible. And then you realize, like, oh, wow, they've put out like 6 other things before I even got on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it made me go like, holy shit. Like, the first thing I heard of Pink Floyd wasn't their first album. Like, they had to, you know, even though that they were already done, but like, oh yeah, you don't necessarily hear the first thing first.
Right. That's interesting.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard, I just got on Harry Styles when this last album, Harry's House, with the music for a sushi restaurant and all those songs.
Yeah.
As it was. But I didn't realize, I did not know who this nigga was.
That's crazy.
Until then. Like, I knew Watermelon Sugar High. I knew that song.
Did you know that
I didn't know it was him. Like, okay. I didn't know.
Did you know he was in One Direction? Did you know?
I knew that there was a dude in One Direction who went solo.
Yeah.
I would have never, like, I didn't know anything about him like that. Like, he just wasn't on my radar.
Did you know he was in Dunkirk?
I knew that, but like, I didn't.
Oh yeah.
I just didn't. It didn't click.
Okay.
Now, if you told me that I'm a fan, because now it clicks. Of like, oh, I know who this nigga is. Now I'm a Dara fan. Listen to all his albums, but I didn't get on him till album 3.
Right.
He was 3 albums in at that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And in a whole One Direction career.
Right. A whole boy band career.
Before he got to me, who is now, I would go see this nigga in a second. I'd go see him. He's incredible. Mm-hmm. But it did make me go like, oh yeah, like yeah, okay. Like when I found Kendrick, bro, it was the Section 80 album, and everybody was like, oh, that's his debut album, and it is. But then you go really listen to Kendrick, and you find out there was like 7 mixtapes before Section 80. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm just getting on.
Right.
Other niggas been on. You know, it's just, it really, it was cool to have Mark put that in perspective for me, and it made me relax about the idea, because, you know, I'm sure you can tell me, I don't want to speak for you, but like, I feel very guarded about material and putting things out and all that stuff.
Yeah, I've never released anything.
You haven't released anything?
No.
But I feel you're pretty guarded of your material. You don't like to just put out clips and at a rapid pace, just get rid of jokes. You like to cook and like let jokes sit with you for time, months, years. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I think that also goes to a negative when it's like, well, you should release some stuff. You know what I mean? And you should put out something, like at least, like, but for the Don't Tell, for me, that's what it was. I was like, all right, you got to put out something, Deric. It's like, what are we safeguarding here? Right. You got to put out something or nothing's going to happen. You know, some motion is better than no motion.
That's a good point. Well,
Can I also add that there's a level of loving art, but true fans, like the loyal fans that you're trying to gain, are always going to love seeing the growth as well. So that also requires putting yourself out there as a time, because it shows the growth that you eventually will make.
yeah, because they want to see how you got there and like.
People want to know.
Yeah,
There
it
is
was
no reference to who you were before this.
it was really fun. Me and CJ did this one day. We watched Dan Soder's newest special.
Yeah.
Which was incredible. And then what popped up was his old special that he filmed like years ago for Comedy Central. And it was really cool to see like, whoa, the amount he's changed
Yeah.
and his style and just how much better you get when you do comedy for 10 plus years.
After you'd already been doing it
release
10
your
years?
thing. Yeah, after you release your thing. And then beyond that, it's like, damn, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. It's cool. It makes it, it's nice because it's like, oh, this is a long game. You know what I'm saying? It's a long game. You got to put shit out, though. You got to put shit out or it don't matter.
Yeah. I was always hoping I would get like a thing to put it on. It's like, oh, okay. It's to the point where like I just have to put it on myself and be like,
Yeah. I think you'll get a don't tell.
maybe. I mean, I put it in the universe. I've asked.
I know. I think you will. I bet you money you will. I have a very strong feeling that you will. And if you don't, yeah, just put something out yourself. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I think
you got the
people-
money and the cameras.
Yeah, are moving to supporting people doing things independently. Because
Yes, that's more of the case.
Yeah, I think people are more willing to support that at whatever means than some of these commercialized things.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like, but like the commercialized thing still is like how you get like. We had Chappelle on earlier, and that's like if you would consider Don't Tell commercialized at this point, which I don't know if you would, but like it's an established thing, and that's how he got his start. So it's like these things can still.
Ralph Barbosa.
No, it's a great baseline for sure.
These still like because you can film yourself and put it out yourself, but if like my one thing about filming and putting it out myself is that like how many people are really gonna watch it?
You want to get the eyeballs on it.
I want to get the eyeballs on it. Where Don't Tell you have eyeballs on it.
They have their own fan base.
Yeah,
They have
if I
their
put
own
it like
1,000,000+ subscribers. Yeah.
like the like okay, I mean I put out the election stuff that I had on the Solid Show YouTube, which
Yeah.
and 1,000 people watch it, which I'm very grateful for.
That's awesome.
Right, but if I want to put out like another 10 minutes, it's like ooh, I would love if I was to get people outside of the little bit fan base I've created.
Yeah, you
to
want
get more people to join the fan base. Yeah,
You want the putting it on a thing that has 1,000,000+ subscribers, where it's like, all right, there's a chance. This now has a better because it still has a chance, like you said, to go viral or at least get a lot of eyeballs from your own page. It does. It's YouTube. That has to hit the right algorithm.
Right.
But at least with putting it, like you said, putting it on a platform, it's like this is guaranteed eyeballs.
guaranteed eyeballs, and let's see if I can move them onto my platform.
Yes.
Let me see if I can poach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so I think that's the part 2 of that plan, though, is that to finalize the poach, you have to have good shit.
Right. Well,
On the other
I think the podcast is good shit. I think like
Very true.
just trying to get people to. I think the whole idea is to get people to come here.
Okay.
And have a fun time with us once a week.
Yes. Yeah.
And the moment we get more people and we can, would there be 2 a week? Probably. That's kind of on you guys.
That's funny. Oh man, we have a hard out today.
Oh, we do. Should we start the pod?
Yes.
Welcome to the Solid Show.
The Solid Show.
Dirty stuff.
Yeah.
Dirty stuff. Value of a game for us?
Yeah, let's pull up BuzzFeed.
Yes, we were talking about the old BuzzFeed articles. Dude, does BuzzFeed even exist anymore?
Yeah, look at that right there.
Quizzes. That's so funny.
People are transforming their pets into emojis. Goddamn right they are.
Let's choose pop songs for every decade to see what ice cream flavor we are. That's obviously what we're supposed to be doing. Yeah. Okay.
Do we go to do it together?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's. Which one? Well, this is a good argument. Which one of these 4 songs?
Is the most 90s?
Yeah, is the most 90s or like maybe the best? Well, which one of these songs do we pick?
Baby One More Time. Britney Spears, classic.
Everybody, Backstreet Boys. Say My Name, Destiny's Child.
I think it's between these 2.
Bye 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 and Sync.
Now, personally, for Deric, Say My Name because it meant it was just that song was the most I was around it. It's fucking
Right.
Destiny's Child's Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
I'm around black people a lot, so that was the thing. But I am aware. I am very aware that these other 3 songs are possibly the 3 biggest songs to ever be made.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta go with if I'm being 100. I gotta go with
Yeah, I agree with that. To me, it's between Baby One More Time
and Bye Bye.
Bye Bye.
That's who I'm arguing with in my head, and that's saying, bro, that's everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. I mean, it hits, but it is between Bye Bye Bye. I'm gonna go Baby One More Time.
Because everybody by Backstreet Boys was an interesting choice because I wanted That Way to me is more Backstreet Boys.
They're both. I mean, yeah, but Bye 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 is in sync.
Bye 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 is in sync. See, I'm leaning more towards in sync, but I mean, Britney Spears was the '90s.
Isn't this the song that opens up with the moan? Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
And I feel like the fact that you immediately know everything about the song in that
Hit me, baby,
one more time. Yeah, Britney Spears was like, it was like I remember the time the radio play that Britney Spears had was incredible.
Yeah, dude.
It was like that. Remember that one year where Adele was every song on the radio? It was that.
Yeah.
It was the only time in my mind that's comparable is when Adele was on the radio like that. So I gotta go. I'm gonna go Baby One More Time. I'll agree with you guys.
I'm going Baby One More Time.
Okay. I think we scroll down. All right, 2000s. I Got a Feeling, Black Eyed Peas. It's gonna be Me in Sync, Poker Face, Lady Gaga, or Toxic, Britney Spears.
Poker Face, Lady
It's
Gaga.
Poker
Or
Face.
I Got a Feeling. Or hold on.
I vote
I
Black
got a
Eyed Peas.
feeling. Ooh,
But you could say
that tonight's
Black
gonna
Eyed Peas is more
be
2010s.
Yo, yo.
You could also say the thing for Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
The Poker Face was huge, but I Got a Feeling was that was now that I'm sitting on it, because my immediate reaction was Poker Face, but now that I'm sitting on I Got a Feeling, it's like, damn, bro.
Well, so if we want to keep it in the 2000s, Poker Face comes out 2009. Lady Gaga's big in the 2010s. You know what I mean? Like, and Black Eyed Peas is like distinctly 2000s because remember their horrible halftime show?
Yes.
Yeah, that was in 2011, 2010. So they were kind of already done by then.
But this song in the 2000s was it, boy.
I mean, the Black Eyed Peas were it.
I Got a Feeling was it, boy.
We're clicking it.
We'll click it. We'll click it.
Over Poker Face?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because if we're trying to define a decade,
It was I Got a
to
Feeling.
me, Lady Gaga's the 2010s.
I Got a Feeling it's
More than
2000s.
Poker Face came out technically in the 2000s, but 2010s.
2010s.
Baby, Justin Bieber.
Oh.
DJ Got to Find Us Love, Usher.
oh.
New Rules, Dua Lipa. Thank You Next, Are You Grande. I feel like they could have picked better songs for the 2010s.
I know they definitely could have, but if we're going off these 4, I'm
It's
gonna
gotta
go
be
Baby.
It's got to be Baby.
It's got to be Baby. Justin
gotta
Bieber.
be Baby.
Gotta
Yeah,
be Baby,
Usher's 2000s. DJ God's Falling in Love. You got
Great
got
song, but it's not the song of
It's-
2010s.
Yeah, it's not, and it's not Usher's best song.
Also,
even.
Drake is in the 20, so nothing from 2010 to 2019. We're not gonna have any Drake in
Any
this
Drake,
conversation.
yeah,
that's insane.
that's crazy.
Or The Weeknd.
Dua Lipa's 2020s to me.
Yeah.
The Weeknd also is
Oh, yeah,
2010.
The Weeknd.
And Bruno Mars is 2010.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? That 2010s was bad.
Yeah, this is bad choices.
LMFAO. When was that?
2009.
Yeah.
They were.
2020s. I was up Sabrina, Texas, Hold On, Beyonce, Beautiful Thing, Benson Boone, Until I Found You, Steven Sanchez. Now,
Hot to
Hot
go.
to Go, Chaperone. Now, I'm Beautiful Things. I'm biased.
Yes.
I'm biased.
I don't think.
But is it gonna be the song that's whole 2020s?
I don't think so.
I think this one.
I think it's Chapel Roan.
Because it's taken it's the children.
I think it's Chapel Roan. If you look at all these 4 songs, I like Sabrina Carpenter too. I've never heard of Thumbs. That's not even her best song. It's not even close. It's
Texas,
gotta be
Texas Hold'em's a big one. That was a big. That was a. And that song's not going anywhere. But we also live in Texas, so we're gonna hear it more than
Yeah,
normal. But that song's not. That's a song that's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I think to me it's Chapel Roan.
We'll go Hot to Go.
Yeah, we'll go Hot to Go.
I've had more people request Hot to Go than the Beyonce.
We're Rainbow Sherbet.
Yo, but all 3 of us, aren't we?
Yeah, I guess I'll take it.
Aren't we really Rainbow Sherbet? Come on, dude. That's us.
Yeah. Damn, you know what? I hated it at first. I was like, damn, you're right. All 3 of us combined. We're bubbly, sweet, funny, creative. Describe you. You're a kid at heart.
Yeah.
We are.
We
That's
were
us.
we were literally just talking about wrestling and like how
Yeah.
awesome
Oh
that
my
is.
God.
Yeah.
All
Wow.
right, we should do like one more.
Yeah, obviously.
Wait, do we
should
have
one
enough
more.
time?
Yes, we have time. We have
Okay,
time.
okay.
We have time. We have time for like 2 more if we maybe wanted to.
Let's one more.
One more
One
for
more.
sure.
One more is fine.
Okay, trending.
Travel, Europe.
No.
Language.
No. Let's see. Believe it or not, we can guess your favorite pie based on
No,
your...
which Disney prince is your one and only soulmate?
Oh, yes. Okay. Which Disney prince is our soulmate? Obviously.
That's the one, clearly.
Obviously. Okay. Okay.
Choose a dish. I love this. I love this. Yes. Oh, yes.
Damn.
Caesar salad, fried chicken,
between
nachos, or spaghetti bolognese.
Fried chicken.
It's got to be fried
It's
chicken.
like, if we're the best out of these dishes, fried chicken is the best dish.
Fried chicken is the most versatile. Everyone eats fried chicken.
Spaghetti bolognese is like, nigga, not even spaghetti and meatballs. Like, get out of here. Nachos are great, but it's not all the time.
No.
Caesar salad is great, but it's not all the
It's
time.
not, if salad's your favorite food, what's
Then
going
you're
on?
lying.
Yeah,
fried chicken, nigga, is fried chicken at all times, every time of the day.
Every culture loves it. There's no like, we'll go fried chicken. Deric, you should have let me say it first. Just putting that out there. Okay, choose a dish: burritos, duck confit, lasagna, or sausages.
Now, here's the thing.
What?
If that was a California burrito, I would say yes, but that's very specific. That's not just burritos.
Yes,
Duck confit is incredible. Obviously, a little more fancy.
I'm not a lasagna guy.
I love lasagna, but it's not my favorite pasta. I love sausages.
Sausages are okay.
Sausage is a
What are you gonna go with?
variety.
You thinking duck
I'm
confit?
thinking duck confit.
No, no.
How much do you eat duck confit?
No.
How many you have it all the time? You're a liar.
No, I don't have it all the time, but every time it hits, I've had all those other things and not hit before.
I think the first and last time I had duck confit was thanks to Brian Simpson. He offered it, and I tried it. It's not my thing.
It's good. It's good, but it's not like you're not having it all the time.
I think sausage, because you can get a variety of sausage. You can have charcuterie sausage.
Yeah, sausage. I would also agree with sausage because it's just the most versatile and the best thing that's honestly on there that you'll eat all the time. But I get what you're saying with duck confit.
With duck confit, I mean, I mean, burritos still slap even if they're not California burritos.
They do, but it's not
Yeah.
my favorite. I wouldn't put a burrito over sausage. Because some burritos
I
don't
go
hit, sausage
burrito
hits every
sausage.
time.
All right, you go burritos over sausage?
No, I go burrito or sausage. Those are my two.
Okay, so because right now I'm gonna stick on burrito, he's gonna stick on sausage. Val, you'll be the tiebreaker.
I think sausage.
Okay, sausage wins. I say under protest. Crab cakes,
Ooh.
gnocchi,
Ooh.
onion rings, salmon. Ooh,
Ooh.
these are hard. You kind of have to get rid of onion rings in this.
You know
I
what's funny? Onion rings are fire.
They're
but,
fire, but they're not like these are like
Yeah.
dishes, dude.
Yeah. I'm getting rid of gnocchi too.
I'm
It's
getting rid
clearly
of,
salmon or crab cakes. I'm a crab cakes guy. I just don't like salmon though.
See,
that's a personal thing.
I really like salmon.
I know you do.
I know. So now we're stuck between salmon. Well,
What is better though? Crab cake or a salmon? To you, honestly, like the best salmon or the best crab cake? Which
the
is
best
better?
salmon.
The best salmon is
I
better than
would
the
go
best
the
crab
best
cake.
salmon.
What do you think, Val?
I don't eat either of these, so I'm out on this
Val,
one.
get out.
Yeah.
Get out right now.
I really don't, so I can't say.
All right. Rock paper scissors over salmon crab cakes.
No. What's your heart telling you?
My heart's telling me salmon.
I'll let you go with this because I think most people would also agree because most people love salmon. I am a special case.
Right.
And I am aware that I think salmon is a bigger deal than crab cake.
Yeah, and it's more, and you just have it more. It's more versatile.
versatile,
You can make salmon. The average person.
Those
can
are the
make
worst
salmon
looking crab cakes I've ever seen.
Yeah,
in my
those
life,
are
by the
also.
way.
It didn't help that it looked like
waffles.
complete dog shit. Butter chicken, dumplings, lobster, or scallops.
Lobster.
I'm between these two.
Oh, dude,
Lobster.
butter chicken, bro.
Lobster all day, not even close. dude.
Butter
No.
chicken.
Nothing is
dude.
better than lobster meat. Nothing is better than lobster meat.
I don't know. I think the best butter chicken I had, nothing touches. Lobster don't touch that.
Bro, butter chicken ain't nigga. Lobsters, they don't. Niggas don't. Hey, you want a steak and butter chicken? Niggas don't offer butter chicken with other things. Lobster goes with other shit.
Yeah, but lobster. I mean, that's like just the type of food. You know what I mean?
Because it's the best.
No, it's like
You can have it on your
but
own.
I'm
You can have it
saying-
as a side. It
Also,
goes
you
in. It goes in
definitely-
soup. It goes in mac and cheese. Nigga, don't play with lobster. Don't you play with
Definitely-
lobster?
I eat butter chicken with a lot of other things, because you stack it up in a bowl. So
God, you're fat, Val. God, you are just a.
There's
pig.
variety
I'll
in the
give you
plate.
lobster because I love lobster. I just think you're overlooking the butter chicken here.
I'm not overlooking the butter chicken. I'm saying I think lobster is better than butter chicken. You got to give me why butter chicken is better than lobster. I gave you my reasons.
I just think it's just it tastes better and there's nothing like it. It's like it's the only curry.
Do you
that
think butter chicken tastes better than lobster?
it's the only curry that I like.
I love butter chicken. I love dumplings. I love scallops. But dumpling and scallops, it can't be.
No, it can't be.
They're
that.
not over lobster and butter chicken.
You know what? Hot take. I've always found dumplings is kind of mid.
You know what? I agree.
Okay. I'm glad we agree on this.
That's a hot, and that's a spicy
That's
fucking
a
take.
spicy take, but
Way spicier than the
when people are
fucking-
like, "You want to go to a dumpling place?" I'm like, "I'm gonna go.
No.
I'll go because my friends are there." I would never, if they were like, "Where's a place to go?" I would never choose dumplings.
No, dumplings are a side when you're at a place already.
Right. All right. Let's go lobster. We'll go lobster because we do have to move along a little bit. Fried calamari, French fries, mac and cheese, tacos.
Ooh, I'm between these two.
I gotta go French fries.
Yeah.
French fries are the most versatile side.
But these aren't sides.
French fries are sides. These
Mac
are
and cheese and tacos are sides.
mac and cheese is definitely a side.
Mac and cheese is a side. Tacos are not a side.
Tacos are not sides. But I would go French fries.
But you love French fries.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I love
Because they're
French
the
fries.
best.
Yeah.
You're a fucking little truffle pig.
Yeah.
I will prioritize getting French fries at any like event
Yeah.
situation.
I personally love fried calamari over, and mac and cheese is my favorite. Tacos. But all right, I'll give you, even though I disagree with this take completely, but I'll give you guys French fries.
Yeah, it's the most
I
versatile.
don't eat
for
French
sure.
fries like that. But whoa,
Bagels,
Ooh.
deviled eggs, jerk chicken, ramen. I'm going deviled eggs.
I'm going jerk chicken.
I'm bagel.
But we already have chicken on here. Let's go deviled eggs.
Yeah, let's go deviled eggs.
Bagels, no. That's who you, Sam? Who, my wife?
Yeah. We're not get that
fucking love
shit
bagels.
out of here.
Austin doesn't have good bagels.
No, it doesn't.
Ooh,
Carbonara,
carbonara.
gumbo, oysters, teriyaki chicken.
Oysters.
Ooh.
Oysters, not even close.
I think
Oysters with the
carbonara.
right horseradish, nigga, that'll knock your
Over
fucking
teriyaki
ass off.
chicken?
We already got chicken. I got
We
I
got
got my
chicken,
chicken
you're right.
already. This is out of these
I'm
four.
not a big carbonara guy.
No, I mean neither. Carbonara's okay, but it's not my favorite. Gumbo's good, but I'm going oysters.
We're gonna go oysters. You're overruled, Val. Again.
Oysters are so good, dude.
This
Yeah.
test isn't me.
Bacon, enchiladas,
Bacon.
kimchi, ravioli.
Yeah,
Bacon won, but when
everything.
it don't even matter what was on there.
Yeah.
It don't even matter what was on there.
Right. Cobb salad, fried rice, nuggets, or tamales.
Fried rice.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, we're knocking this out here.
But we have to. We kind of gotta go.
Yeah, biryani, empanadas, kebabs, risotto.
Ooh, I'm in between these.
I'm
two.
gonna go biryani, honestly.
I like biryani. We'll go biryani.
Biryani's who we are.
Yeah. We're Prince Eric.
You don't have to sail the water and find your fish in the sea because it's obviously Prince Eric. Yes, the rich sailor would love to spoil you with gifts, high-class living, and true romance. Oh, I love all those. You'll sail out for the seas together and explore every inch of the world. Dude, take my virginity, you blue-eyed
hey,
fuck.
Hey, Prince Eric, you can explore every inch of something else as well.
Yes, you can. Oh, my God. I love high-class living. And to be out with a rich sailor?
Yes.
And he's a prince? Oh, my, I'm a princess.
Dude, hell yeah. We do. Hey, Ariel.
Callback.
What a callback.
This whole episode.
What a callback. You've
Guys.
been Prince Eric the whole time.
This episode's one circle. You know what I mean?
This episode's a ring. Wrestling callback.
Yeah. Guys, we love you so much. We'll see you next week. Oh, and hopefully a lot of you have bought tickets for La Jolla and you're looking like you sold it out. We'll let you know next week. But because this will come out after, but if we see you from the La Jolla show, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next week
Bye.
with possibly a fun guest.